Today we have the lovely Sarah from Orbital Assistant Services. So a few things about Sarah here. Sarah's best day out is New York City.
Yeah, just for the day.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've just UK cities.
Yes.
York.
Yeah.
There, Canterbury, Lincoln, and Stratford-upon-Avon.
What, on the same day?
I say a very long day if you do it all in one day. How Sarah relaxes is taking cocoa. Yes, making drugs. I've got some cocoa in the bag if you want some. With £1 million cash, Sarah would buy back her granddad's farm in Cheshire that was sold in 2007. And a dish that Sarah can do well, and I'm going to have to try it as well, because lasagna, and according to your kids, it slaps. It slaps. I never heard that. Put your hands together, please, for Sarah Tripp.
Right, let's start the time now so I can write time quickly. Hooray! Right. Hello, everybody. So the last time I stood up here, well, it feels like about 3 minutes ago, but it was maybe 6 months ago, and I'd only just joined, I'd only just started my business, and I spoke a lot about my background and where I'd come from, what I'd done in the past, and I'd only just started my business, I didn't really have a lot to talk about, so I thought today that we would just run through some of the things that I've been doing since... There we go. So the last 6 months-ish in numbers. I've had in total 12 clients in that time. Some of them are in the room, and 7 of them have turned into regular clients. So that's retainer-based or people that instruct me regularly every month. I've been really fortunate to attend 2 client launch events, and I'll come on to those later, which were really special for me. And I've just had such an amazing 6 months. 37 is the number of plot sales that I'm responsible for at the moment. A lovely development in Torquay on a cliff top. I'm just helping a client sell those at the moment. And I've just recently taken on 1 associate as well. So that's really exciting for me. So there's been some real progress, and I think it's a lovely juncture to look back and do one of these talks and see how things have changed since the last one. And I don't even have any notes with me today, so that tells you a story about how things are different for me. So these are some of my 6 months in pictures. This is my poet client, Fola. She had self-published her poetry book about grief and loss, which was based on her experiences losing her father. She'd been writing that book, the poems had started 25 years ago, and she had decided that this was the year to self-publish, but she was a bit nervous. She needed some support, some accountability. I didn't do an awful lot of the technical stuff for her, but I just kept her on track and took some of the things off her plate that she didn't need to do. And I helped her with the event, which was in a lovely private room in the garden of a pub in East Dulwich in the summer, with all her friends and family were there, and she sold all of the books that she'd taken to sell. And she's doing really well. And I learned loads about the process of publishing as well. So you just never know kind of what you're going to be asked to do in my job, which is really lovely. This is the other launch event. So this is my client Julia here. She's a coach in London for primarily lawyers, but really anybody. She also has a legal background like me. And she decided to leave legal practice last year and start up her own coaching business. Her specialty and her USP is that she does everything in person, and when the weather's nicer, she'll do walks with people and coaching walks, which is a really lovely idea. She lives near the Barbican, so she can be really on site for these people. And she wanted a practice coordinator. She identified really early in her business that she would need support, and the best time to set that up is before things get really busy. So she'd done a lot of the setup of her business in terms of the marketing and the graphics. So the ladies either side of us are her graphic designers. As you can see, I'm still the shortest. Doesn't matter how many people you get in a picture, I'm still the mini one. And no heels that day. But she's really great. She's a really organised lady. So I don't have to really there's no chaos with her business, but it's just another sort of varied thing that I do, and she has me liaising with her clients to set up the next sessions. She has me arranging her events, so she's doing another one at the end of this month near Barts Hospital in their brand new renovated West Wing staircase room, which is amazing. If you haven't looked at that, it's really gorgeous. So she's doing a round table on at the end of the month. And then there's my plots. There's my lovely Palace Gardens plots. You can see there. With this one, I'm liaising with the selling agents, so there's 2 of those, and dealing with the sales. We've sold 3 so far. They just went on the market at the end of the year. I'm also dealing with things like registering the addresses with Royal Mail, because that doesn't happen on its own. You have to actually tell them. And also dealing with the local authority on a few things, and utilities companies, which is really painful. But interestingly, the council weren't convinced that their bin lorry was, that the cliff was strong enough to hold their bin lorry. And I was like, yeah, but we built these houses on it, so we'd hope so. So we've been waiting for ground penetration reports to be done to test the solidity of the ground underneath before the council would agree to pick up the refuse. And if they said no, we would have had to pay, the residents would have had to pay for a private company to do it, and put that on their service charge. So the signs are good. And we can't PC yet because the council need the refuse position to be fixed before we can complete and get the buildings control sign off, and then we'll be able to actually complete. So I love that. Actually, I love property. So dealing with these things, the show home's beautiful. I'm yet to go down there, but I'm waiting for the weather to get a bit warmer before I go and do a site visit. Frankly, so no one needs to be by the sea in this country in January. This is for one of my clients who moved to Dubai in November. I started working for her in September. She was a referral through one of Toby's contacts at the agency. And this was her unprompted review or testimonial, which came through on WhatsApp just before Christmas. And I'll try and get through it without crying. So it was really lovely. If you can't see at the back, it says, "You've genuinely been my rock, especially through the move. And I honestly don't know how I would have coped without your constant support, kind reassurance and kindness. You somehow managed to make what could have been a very overwhelming time feel manageable. And that means more to me than I can put properly into words. Thank you for always being there, for going above and beyond, and for caring as much as you do. I'm incredibly lucky to have you, and I truly appreciate you more than you know." This lady tried to work throughout the whole process of moving her family abroad, and I did all kinds of stuff, dealing with the removals, helping her with flights, doing it, hiring a car for her, everything. So she's lovely, and it's been a real privilege to help her. So in the next 6 months, or maybe 3 weeks when I stand up here again, I've got lots of opportunities coming up. I'm really excited, and I can't wait. I can't wait for the next 6 months. I'm going to be picking up some EA training for EAs within businesses. I've got a really, really exciting project management potential on the horizon. I've also really, I'm going to help businesses with their AI adoption. So it's all well and good to say you need to do this with AI and look at all these tools, but who's really got the time to learn them? And actually, having me in the business, I'm doing the things for you with AI. So that's a really, really positive development for me. And I've got a panel event, a charity event next month I'm speaking at in the city about women in the city, which is really exciting. So I'm looking forward to that. Ideal referrals, obviously anyone in the property or legal sectors, but I don't say no to anything. Businesses who are looking to scale, founders who are really busy and need some advice on that, and anyone who's just feeling overwhelmed and doesn't know where to turn. And this is my last point. Honestly, the people in this room, all of you, have been the difference between success and failure for my business this year. This has been the best thing that I've done, hands down. This is a very small visual representation of just the things. I had photos because I don't take photos and I'm rubbish. But, I can't tell you how much it's meant to me that there's a room full of people who are supporting me, that if I need anything, advice, warmth, just encouragement, it's here, it's in this room. And so I just want to say genuine thank you to everyone. I'm really, really grateful. And that's the end of it. There you go.
Yeah.
Done. Questions. Any questions before you go first?
How much do the plots?
How much are they? They're between 650 and 700,000. Yeah. Bargain. Yes, John.
How did you get on the Royal Mail? Did they change the house number?
No, they haven't. They've taken all the plot numbers on as house numbers. Yeah. So far. Yeah, no, everything's, it's
you know what, the bureaucracy of these kind of organised, like Royal Man and the utility router and everything, the computer says no a lot of the time. So it's patience and persistence, really. But I like that. I like it when someone goes, I've been trying to deal with this for months and I can't get anywhere. And I'm like, yeah, leave it with me. I'll get it sorted. And it's not necessarily quicker, but just they don't have to do it themselves. Lovely. Oh, God, then.
Oh, so okay, so you know you said that it's the property side of things that you really like to work with.
Yeah.
But who is, or not who is your favourite person in EDF? But no. Who is your favourite client that you would like to work with that we can look out for you?
I couldn't pick one, really. Genuinely, I just think the variety, I've just taken on an artist. So, like, yes, the property world is, I love it because it's tangible and it's my background, but actually learning about your businesses is, and the variety, when people ask me, like, what your client, who do you work for? I'm like, there's such a wide range. I really like property development, like builders and things like that, and stuff like that, just because I like selling off plots and things like that. So really being in the mix, you know, like the central hub of the project management is really my bag. So that would be ideal. But anyone and everything, frankly.
What does EA stand for?
Executive assistant.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Thank you very, very much, sir.